think we just broke the boat. I gotta get out. This is not good. It's right where I said it was gonna be. 13.7.5. Let's go do the other side. 13.7.5.
We got it. We got 1.5 inches.
But it could be, like you said, it could be because we're on this angle, and if we get to...
Well, and there's a lot of space right now between the wheel well and the...
On the other side, there's not as much.
Okay, well, let's take a look. And I don't know if you've heard, but did you know that when you're building a spacecraft, every inch matters?
Every inch matters.
Every inch matters. Hey, thank you. Nice to meet you.
Just the grass, or the concrete, because that's where the tires sit.
We might have a little issue. We're measuring to double check. So when we sit still, we are at 13.4. But when we are connected to the truck, air goes into those bags in the back, and we are headed north, and there's a tunnel that we need to make sure that we can clear at 13.6. So with air in the bags, it sounds like we're 1 inch too tall, which is good to do a double check on our measurement. So we're gonna roll the intro. Have no idea where this is going today, but welcome to Switch It Up. Who knows what's happening today? Let's see. What you got on this side?
13.8. We need to, I think we'll need to go up to where it's more, like you said, maybe it's a level thing.
Let's just check that first. But
So-
that's assuming that the ground underneath the bridge is level.
The laser's the only thing.
Well, the concrete on the bridge is important.
Yeah. But if we go up there, I can see how to adjust
Okay.
the bags at least, and then we can decide.
All right, well, let's do brake check first.
A man and woman left their home to switch things up and go on the road. They didn't know where they would go, but it's gotta be better than staying home. They switched it up. They switched it up.
13.7.25. Wait, let me try to, maybe, let's cheat. Push it in all the way, there you go.
13.
Come on.
Come on now.
Oh, come on.
The laser isn't gonna cheat.
13.7. I know, but you got slack in here. 13.7.
What's the other side? The other side was taller.
Come on now. Come on, there's hope.
That's
Keep
still
going.
1 inch.
Huh?
So it did drop a little bit. What were we over there?
13.77.
This one was 13.8. No freaking way. Why is that?
There's definitely less space on the rear left wheel than on the other side because I think this ground on this side is humped like this.
Really?
Yep.
We're at 13.5.5.
Well, depends on, I guess, where the laser hits us.
Let's try back there, Ed.
Well, now it's just a fun game.
Well,
Because now that side's lower, so that's probably why.
what?
This one's 13.5.
So you're thinking we're close? Yeah, 13.5. Okay, and we know this is the highest point. Let's try this other back edge. Without falling and bending the railing.
So 13.5 on this corner. But wasn't that 13.8 over there?
Yeah. Oh, 13.6.5. Come on, baby.
So all we really need is 1 inch.
Should we check the speaker?
We can check the speaker, but we measured, remember?
Yeah.
Pay attention.
I measured from,
From the roof line.
yeah. So is
The
it
speaker just gives you the illusion that it's taller.
is it possible that we're 13.6? If we're 13.5 there, 13.5 there, 13.5 and a half there, but 13.7 there?
So if we were actually level and that comes up a little bit, this one's gonna, or that one goes down, this is gonna come up.
There is a ride adjustment on most semi chassis. And when you're going to the Chesapeake Bay Bridge and all the other different places, we've learned that you can adjust this. So we called Spacecraft. He confirmed there is a ride adjustment. We can safely probably low a 1/2 inch to 1 inch, and I think that's all we need. And then we'll have to readjust it after we get through the tunnels. So I've got to shimmy under here, and that is, I don't know if it's an all axles or what, but this one's behind the driver's side axle on the front side, and it's a lever. I'll go underneath and then you can hand me them and I can show them. Hopefully. I don't know.
We need to get you one of those things that my dad used to have, like, or you just
There's
roll
not
on
enough-
the wheels.
The problem is there's no room on these chassis. It is completely sealed with metal. So I got to get to the axles to try to set in there. By far, this is the shadiest thing I think I've done.
Hey, don't get squished under there.
Hey, Sheila, quit. I'm already nervous.
You don't say. It's not. It's too small to even put the camera under.
I know. Trust me.
Ed, will you make sure we don't get runded over?
Okay. Come here.
Don't hit their head.
All right. You see this? This apparently is the ride adjuster that comes into the sensor. Oh, sorry. You're all blurry. I don't know how blurry. I can't tell if you can see it or not. But this is the ride adjustment lever. So I can lower this about a 1/2 inch or enough that will give us the clearance. So I'm just going to release this and move it down. I even brought a marker.
Your peanut gallery under here, out here. We have lots of faith in you.
So I'm going to mark this to make sure I set it back to the appropriate height. Oh. He said it wouldn't have to move far. He wasn't joking. He said, in essence, a 1/16 of an inch to, or an 1/8. Can you tell? Okay, can you measure? We were 3 inches to the top of the wheel.
3 inches to the top of the
On this side or the other side?
This side, the higher side. Okay, I guess. I mean, I felt like it let air out.
Back in the,
I feel like you need to turn the truck on and then measure again.
Okay. I never thought I'd have to crawl underneath this one. I need to lose weight. Inchworm. I ain't no spring chicken. What are you doing?
Was measuring the wheel well while he's measuring up there just to see if we changed. We changed 1/2 inch on the wheel well.
Okay. Let me start the truck and then we'll see how it all airs up.
You're awfully dirty
Yeah,
so early in the
I'm
morning.
telling you, this is a lot of stress to get through this little tunnel. Although it does save us like 2.5 hours.
So 13.5
Okay.
on this side.
Do we
What were we before? I thought we were 13.5.
let's see this?
5. We were 13.5 and a half, weren't we? So we moved a 1/2 inch.
So that's 2 inches, but we're sitting on an
We're
angle.
sitting on an angle.
So we have about, so once it's all evens out, we should be close, right? I mean, if we're 16, 3 1/4,
No, 13,
I mean,
6.
yeah, if we're 6 3/4 over there and 5 over here, I mean, that's significant.
It'd be interesting, like if we were right here on the road, because we're humped over, right? We're not here. The road is doing this. So then that just means that that's pivoting up there.
I mean, since we're here, Ed can stay there. We could put the thing up, and then I try to move over to the center lane, and then people can go around us.
Okay,
And
try
then,
it.
or we take the chance. I don't know if I want to go much more on this side. Okay. Definitely a learning process, for sure. But I'm glad we have the ability to make adjustments. Okay. Got to put in
Ready
where
for
we're
an
going.
address?
Yeah, we're using the new Garmin Diesel for truckers. You know, I almost think this would be almost a better scenario for RV drivers as well, because it tells you the trucker lanes and most traveled places and keeps you off of dangerous things.
It seems like it gives you what lane to be in faster,
Further ahead.
Further ahead.
Yes, it
than
does
did.
tell me.
It gives you more room.
Than the
to move
Garmin
over.
890.
Yeah.
Four-hour travel day.
Can you hear me on this radio?
Yep, I'm good. So we got these rapid response radios I've been seeing a lot of. I'll give you a review on them. They're good and bad. Really, really good and really, really bad. There is no gray area, but we'll go over that. So also have another way to communicate when cell service goes out. So we have a regular walkie and we have the rapid response. So, okay, let's do this thing. The drama will come into play when we get to the tunnel and see what or how we can make it through. We might still be a little too tall. I've done what I feel comfortable with. I think that's what's important. And then we'll make adjustments accordingly.
Moon is watching shallow dreams. Night is rocking her.
All right, this is exciting. So, I'm going to share this with Sheila. Hey, the first inspection area, she said there was 2 lasers here, and I'm okay on height. She said we didn't set off the lasers when I got in here. So that's awesome. We'll just see the next inspection area, see if it still stays the same. If the next one's 13.6, but she said anywhere, I have to pull over every single time, so don't skip a station, she said.
Okay, well then, you're right, that, if she's measuring for 0.6, of course we're good.
Oh my gosh! Okay, here we go. Look at this stupidity I'm dealing with right now. Crazy how they make these tunnels.
Good gosh. Do not bounce. Whew. Stay slow.
Daylight, come and we want to go home. Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me mana. Oh gosh. Come on, baby, up the hill.
So I see like the bridge, and then all of a sudden there's a tunnel pass over the top. Oh my gosh, it's so tight. The height is so tight. Look at that guy, though. He looks taller than us. Oh, maybe not. I thought he did, but he doesn't.
It was a little intense, but I'm glad it worked out. The first tunnel was 14.1 before you get to the Chesapeake Bay Bridge tunnel, and it is 13.6. So the lasers, we didn't set the lasers off. Just letting out that little bit of air, I think, was able to make it through. So that's great. But there was, I don't know, looking at other semis coming through, 7-8 inches at most above. Look, there's Sheila.
We made it! Yay!
It's a big deal. It is a big deal.
It was tight.
It was.
So
Was
tight.
it tight from behind?
Oh yeah. It was like, oh, don't bounce.
Yeah, it was.
Gonna cause sparks.
Yeah, it was not fun.
She's still waiting, holding on through the night. She's still waiting, wishing right. She is waiting.
Okay, follow me. Get behind me right here. You can make that corner.
She is waiting. He's still waiting, holding on through the night. He's still waiting, wishing time could make it.
Trees.
Turning here. Let me pull up just a little further and then I'll come down.
I honestly think we'll probably be all right now swinging into this. I don't think there's another pole there.
To the ferry.
To the ferry. It seems like we're accomplishing a lot of things with this new RV. So 13.6 Cape May Ferry is the height.
Got your ticket.
It's on my phone. My ticket's on my phone.
We had to pay by foot.
So we had to pay $104 for just the truck and the RV. Now, how much was your ticket for the Bronco? Like 20?
Like $20. Yeah.
I guess
But it saves like 4 or 5 hours of driving.
unless we don't make this 13.6 cutoff.
Well, we made it through the tunnel.
That's the
Surely we
hope.
can make it
Surely,
through. Surely.
nothing can go
What's
wrong.
the worst that can happen?
I have to adjust all the air again. That's what an adventure is all about. And we've been reading through some of the comments, and we get this comment a lot. Well, that's not camping. Sheila,
What?
people say we're not camping.
No, we're travelers.
We're travelers.
We travel.
That's right. That's what this is. It's not camping, it's traveling.
No, I camped when I was a Girl Scout leader, and you pitched a tent and you started a fire. We just travel.
We're
and
travel.
we take our home with us.
That's right. So we can see all the things in the United States and then take you on these crazy adventures.
Yeah, so now they're travelers.
Now you're travelers. Congratulations, you're a Switch Crew traveler.
Yeah.
Now let's
We're
hook
going
up.
to move the Bronco to in front of Ed and Kelly.
Okay.
There has to be a first for everything. Here we go. First time taking this RV on a ferry.
that's any indicator of what I got to do to get on this ferry, I got to make this sharp left turn and make a sharp right turn to get onto the ferry.
Yeah, and then
They should have left me go straight.
Then you got to get off the ferry.
This is going to be a challenge. Like, that was a challenge just to get parked.
I figured. Well, you're in line 8 now. So we got all checked in. You had somebody come talk to you about how you were going to swing to get on there.
Right, and we are officially the biggest thing that will ever be on the ferry, according to the security guy.
Yep, they measured our length and they said we are their largest vessel so far. They're their largest thing that's going on here. So that'll either A, is good that we can show everybody that you too can make it, or B, we'll show you, bad idea, we didn't make it.
Well,
those are our two options.
She never said anything about the height, but I know on the boat we have to go under, and I have to go under this walkway.
Yeah. A good
So-
thing is I looks like where they put me, I have a front row view of how that's going to go down.
Yeah.
I think you're a little nervous about the big left hand, right hand turn
Yeah,
you got
like,
going here.
It is like an obstacle course
But you've been doing great.
so far. It's the low-hanging trees are our biggest issue. Branches hitting the top. There's like branches and leaves stuck in the top up there, and I'm not so worried about anything besides the speakers,
Right.
because the speakers are stinking expensive, and if they get ripped off the top, man, that's just going to be a bad thing.
But typically when you go under trees, since I'm behind you, I get like it's like fall, only they're green leaves just falling all on the
Yeah, but
Bronco.
there were some big branches.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even know if I hit them or not hit them.
There was one that I was like, ooh, ouch, that had to hurt. But
So-
we'll take a look when we get to our next destination. It's just part of the journey. Part of the journey.
It's a heck of a journey.
Yeah.
But we're busting everyone that says you're too big, you can't get into RV parks, you can't fit, you'll never fit anywhere, you can't get under bridges, you won't. So all of those things are all true. Those are the things that we tell ourselves. And so far, we're still able, you just go slow. That's the two words that you have to keep in mind.
We've been under the tunnels.
We got to make it through New York.
Yeah, that'll be
New York City's going to be a challenge.
Yep, because we're headed to upstate New York. We've made it through the tunnels. Now we're going to hopefully check the ferry off. And we've been to quite a few campgrounds, state parks, boondocking locations, and it's going fine
So far.
so far. Let's see how the ferry goes. So, here we go.
So you're going to be going in where the cars are coming out.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to set yourself with others. You're going to. This is the room you have.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay,
Yeah, are you flagging me in when it's ready?
that's it.
You'll send me in when you're ready?
Yeah, I'm going to send 2 cars and then you.
Okay, so you just wave at me then.
Yeah, I'll wave it.
Okay. Captain had to come out to see where he's going to position me on the boat because we're so big. And he's going to maneuver people around so we can get in easier. That's the current plan. But it is funny because there's a concert that's going on in Cape May. So everyone's saying they think that there's like Keith Urban or somebody in the RV. So that was the word that was going around with everybody. It's pretty funny. So hopefully we can get on here pretty easily.
You got it.
I had to orchestrate that. See?
You got it.
I had
Look
to-
at that.
I had another big item make a U-turn.
This is crazy. is, am I gonna bottom out? He says good. I say crazy. Are we okay on height? Are we okay on height? It doesn't look like it. Does it? Where the deck is it going to hit that pipe?
Should be good in testing when you come on.
Is that going to hit that pipe? Are you sure?
I don't know if you're touching your overhead. I heard something. When you came through, you didn't, the light sensor didn't go off.
Yeah.
How
13.6.
Should be. Come take a look and then.
Think we just broke the boat. I gotta get out. This is not good.
I think we're gonna have some problems. Sounds like we might have maybe hit on the top. So I'm gonna go see if I can help.
Installation's no big deal. As long as it's not the wires, we're all good.
Yeah, okay.
All right, I'm going back to the dock.
It's sticking out. Is that going to cover that pipe?
Am I gonna what?
See that sticking out?
Yeah. I can see I'm clear from it.
Oh, okay. Straight up then. Straight up.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. It's the most intense thing. If I had to, I could have went underneath the rig and lowered it an inch. That was pretty intense. We were clipping everything at top. But we're good. We're good.
So they were worried about it pulling the wires. So like if the wires, you know, because the wires are kind of important, the insulation, no big deal. But so that hit right there, I'll show you back there.
almost there. So we have another obstacle, and that is the low and high tide when you're coming on and off. And we hit the low tide, it's coming up, but for us to get out, if we goes down, our rear will go up and then we may hit.
Well, and they've said that they've had like low riding, like semis have done this.
They get stuck.
So we're hoping that we've timed the tickets correctly with the tide schedule. We're hoping, and we're just gonna drive straight off.
It's the hope.
But it's been a nice ferry ride. It's much better
this is
than
a great ferry ride.
better than driving.
Oh yeah. Any of like the momentums and stuff that are there, they're your top parts in the center where your air conditioner is, so it's not a big deal.
Right. Our top point here
On the
that hit
corners.
was on the corner with the railing on the up top deck. So that was a little bit of the problem. But you're a little anxious?
I am.
can
I was
tell.
saying, man, when we were, I was having a moment when we held up the whole boat thinking,
Yeah. Well, we don't want to cause any damage to our RV or the boat.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's a big deal.
so, but we are at the height that they say we can be.
Yes, because we didn't set off
The alarms.
the alarms.
All right, there she blows.
All right, we're gonna start making our way down to get in the cars and hope for the best because we got to get off this thing.
Oh, dolphins! Ah! You missed them.
They'll come back. The time has come to get this. Look at how close we are. To get this beast off of here. I know Todd's a little anxious about that. I understand. It's tight. But just because it's tight doesn't mean it's not possible. So let's do this.
Now we have to worry about where the tide sits. It's gonna be so close. It's gonna be so close.
Oh, watch your butt.
I have all the tools ready to lower if I need to.
All right, I got my radio somewhere. I'll go.
Okay.
All right, so leave us away. We couldn't bottom out. Looking at the height of this.
Well, that's not good.
So heads up, we could be bottoming out on the back. There's nothing I can do about that. So we're just waiting to see how this pans out. But we are going to be going up.
We just need the water level to come up then.
Hopefully they let everybody else off before you.
Here we go. Thank you.
You're clear at the back.
You are clear.
Okay. Here we go. Watching the captain.
Easy peasy.
Watching the captain. Watching the captain. Oh my gosh.
Good.
Way to go, spacecraft, for making that dovetail.
There you go. You're up and over.
Just like a pro.
And I didn't even rip off the side parts. Okay. Whew! Let's do this thing. Who said RV life wasn't exciting? Get that heart pumping a little bit. All right, now we gotta figure out where we're going. But the campground is literally like 15 minutes.